Chris, how is your pee break?
My pee break.
They might flash you undetected.
Random, baby.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me. Quite an intro.
Let's address the elephant in the room. That's not the elephant in the room. There's no elephant. Nobody cares.
I, too, am a thought criminal. Good. Well, I like you already.
Does this look like a girl who's joking around?
No.
But how much do you actually understand money? Especially the new wave.
Beauty or intelligence? When you unleash both, it is men's kryptonite. Welcome to Talk to Me, Taylor. Vibe check. Are we okay? Like, are we actually okay? Did you watch the Perez Hilton footage? Like, I was just actually no. I still can't unsee Charlie Kirk being massacred. And then we watch this. I'm like, at this point, we are like this isn't normal, right? Like my eyes, our overall collective sense of well-being, like we are so not okay. We are so beyond broken. I swear to God, I'm just coming out of a NyQuil Fauci, Lisa Frank diary fever dream of a virus. I don't know. I don't think it was COVID, but like I'm just coming out. I'm seeing this stuff. I'm trying to curse less, like as if I have Tourette's. And I swear to God, after this, I'm going to beeline to Radiante Spa. If you know, you know. I know you've seen the ads. Like it's like the influencer ads that I've done on IG. To red light razor and laser beam my retinas and my eyeballs like out of the stratosphere, because what in the actual hell did I watch? Like, did I witness? Again, this is completely maniacal, insane. Just think about the fact that we as a collective are watching these things with our very eyes. Forget kids and how unhinged and off the rails that we have to be inside. Sidebar. Gotta love the fact that I've been shadow banned on TikTok for what? Days, weeks, months, years. Vanessa Carlton, 1,000 miles, like until the end of time for, I don't know, like saying the word Jew maybe once, maybe saying Palestine. Meanwhile, you have Perez Hilton having a psychotic, satanic, demonic break that people are like, I am not well from seeing this disturbing video go for what, 30 minutes? Like priorities at the TikTok headquarters. So yeah. Wow, what a dark day and time for the internet. I have a fire guest tonight. We got a lot to unpack. We're going to go everywhere from the depths of hell of the current state of affairs all the way into like the baskets and Nantucket, where I stand with this man who's like, I did not ask for these influencers, all the way over to the WNBA court. Dare I say? What else? I don't know. Whatever else this man wants to talk about. Guys, it's time. He's black and he's back. BlackRant. I mean, let's just, wow. Let's give it up for us for making it through another day on the internet. How are you doing, my friend? What's going on with your cool shades?
Well, actually, these are therapeutic. These are medicinal shades, actually. I had a long.
Are they for
I
all
was
of
in
us
Latin
to
camp
walk?
all day.
What's that?
At Latin camp. I was in Latin camp all day, learning Latin.
Oh, what is the occasion for that? I thought that those were just for all of us to shield ourselves from just like a normal day on what's now a normal day on the internet. Like, where can we all just get them? Like, shameless plug. It's fine.
I will just wrap it up in 2 words: parental duties. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So my head's still spinning. E pluribus unum, all that stuff. Yeah.
So how are you doing today? What's up? What's the vibe check? Talk to me. What's on your mind? You want to go Perez Hilton? What is, you always have a take on something. And actually, can I just say too, because I mean, I will tell anyone who will listen, I'm probably insufferable, I'm sorry, talking about how influencers are so insufferable. Because I said, I will just shout it from the rooftops. You are the very few, I don't even know if you call yourself an influencer, but you are the very few people who I actually am not annoyed by. I'm so entertained by. Like, you're quick, you're funny, your stuff's on point. So kudos to you in my arbitrary Taylor Hall of influencers.
Well, listen, if you lived with me for more than 5 minutes, you'd have a different opinion. But I appreciate that. I try my best. I do consider myself to be an influencer because after the show, everybody will be wearing these glasses. I feel pretty good.
You have to do the tap, though. You have to do the tap and the. Yeah. I also did not realize I'm still wearing my nerd ass Casio watch. Yeah, you got to do the guys. I am obsessed with things I'm loving lately. You have to do the, influencer playbook.
Yeah, the ASMR thing. No, bring it back. Bring back Casio. Bring back Casio, bro.
Let's go.
Make it happen. I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling totally fine. You want to know why? Years ago, I learned after my big spiritual awakening how to not let the world touch me at all, just because all things are for the greater good. I will say this, though. Perez Hilton, I don't wish anything negative on anyone. And it's so sad that individuals have to go through this. But let us not forget that this man made his whole career feasting upon the pain and suffering of other celebrities that if you are in Hollywood, if you are in the industry, these people go through the exact same trials, the pressures. They have handlers, they have marketing people, money, phone calls, this, that, the other, sex, sell more sex, be sexier. And these people are barely understanding their sexuality as it is. So, I mean, I don't want to be cold and callous, but let's just be honest. It is a little bit of karma. Now, I know Perez went through his own medical thing and then he found God and Jesus and read the Bible, and congrats to him. Kudos. Great. However, when you try to pull away from the demons in the darkness, that's when the darkness fights back the hardest. And if you think that you're just going to crack open a Bible after doing years and years of work for the enemy, for the deceiver, for Satan, and you're just going to open up a Bible and read a couple verses and all will be forgiven, I'm sorry, sir, that's not what's going to happen. And I think the mental break probably comes with this clash of the spirit. When you have a dark night of the soul and you realize all the things that you've done, that's what it looks like to me. And I don't want to sound callous or cold-hearted because it's sad. It's tragic.
It's dark. That's the thing. I mean, I got to be honest with you. Last night, I saw the news. And mind you, I am in like some other dimension of being in this virus. So I'm like, do I also need these mental like gymnastics right now? Again, I'm getting, no, literally. I'm like, I'm already on acid. That is like the Walmart knockoff of.
Yeah.
Wait, how can we forget? Oh, he's like good stuff and some scissor going on in this house.
Sipping on the scissor.
And so I couldn't bring myself to watch it last night. Again, that's how gruesome just are like it's like, are we even serious? Like, what are we talking about? I still can't get the images of Charlie Kirk out of my head. So this morning I rise out of bed, like resurrect, no pun intended. And I'm like, curiosity killed the cat. I'm like, I have to. So I just see a little, and for better or worse, they were lit. I saw an X, a little bit filtered, which I'm glad I didn't get the full blown thing. And, I'll be honest, I just was like gutted that I just was like, the fact that we have to witness this, that we're so broken. This is happening in live streaming. I mean, you would think it's out of some sick, weird, twisted Black Mirror. And that there's imagine this man has to live with this for the rest of his life, like inhumane, no dignity. And then what sobered it up for me, I'm not going to give it all away, but it was sort of like a hot take like yours, is my friend Joe Francis, who created Girls Gone Wild. He's going to come on the show Friday. Coincidentally, we already had this plan.
Does he have any openings for cameramen for his new
for the reboot?
Yeah.
Or extras? No. Wranglers? Yeah, exactly. I'm free that day and that month. And so I said to Joe, because he obviously came up in the Perez era, right? Like the Kim K's and the Perez Hilton. I asked Joe, oh boy, Joe, even for me, like I said, he sobered up my melancholy, and because he had some choice words and some thoughts. So I won't spoil it for you all, but yeah, it was gnarly. It got pretty bleak. And so, that's where it is.
Personally,
yeah.
I don't know, man. Listen, what we do in our lives is we can never run away from the actions that we take, right? And so you can't run away from them. You can be absolved of some of these things, but I mean, there's no action without an equal and opposite reaction, man. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. It's just circulated. And so if you think you're just going to get away from stuff, just like I said, by opening a book, then you're fooling yourself. The energy really has to be discharged. The sins really have to be absolved. The karma really has to be cleansed. And unfortunately, that's what's going on. And my take on this in terms of society, yes, it's unfortunate. There's a lot of young kids on TikTok that probably saw that. There's a lot of vulnerable minds out there. Like I said, I'm empathetic. The reason why I'm so cold and callous is because I have so much empathy, right? If I've spent a lot of my time concerning myself with the emotions of other people in the rest of the world, I would be catatonic. So it's enough for me to
that's
just.
That's why he has the shades behind the shades, eyes. No,
you caught me. No.
Dead behind the eyes. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but if I did that, I wouldn't be able to like get up and move around because I am that empathetic. I have that much empathy for people, and I do feel very deeply. I feel what people go through. So I understand that. But I think that in this new age, personal responsibility is the only thing that matters. And what you feed your mind, you also have to balance out with a healthy diet of, taking care of your soul, spirit, and psychology.
Of cleavage footage that triggers the incels and that triggered Instagram. But no, we can see this demonic stuff.
Cleavage doesn't trigger me. It makes me happy.
I'm saying, I posted a video the other day making fun of it because you wouldn't believe the guys and the grown men who come out of the sewer and in my comments like, button up, we can't take you seriously. And I'm like, dude, you need a hug. Like, are you okay? What is the deal? Funniest reactions. People like, I volunteer. I need a hug. Yeah, yes, me. But all, again, just to show you how upside down this world is. Again, banned on TikTok for showing a half of a cleavage shot. But nope, it's just the whole thing's wild. And yes, to your point, I did think that it was, while it's so disturbing, I do think that it is rich that in the statement the family released, it was like, please respect, privacy. Again, it's like satire in itself, right? Meanwhile, this man made an entire living off of violating privacy. So the whole thing is just, we will.
It's truly crazy, because I mean, God, we all love Britney Spears, right? We all love Britney Spears, and we know what the industry did to that poor woman. I mean, I still see it every couple of days when she gets on Instagram. I'm just like, we're all reminded of the cabal that just tore that girl to shreds. But so the things that Perez Hilton has engaged in and have done, we still see the consequences of them today. And that does not mean that we cannot have empathy for the man now. It doesn't mean we can't pray for him. Doesn't mean we can't be pulling for him. Doesn't mean we can't hope for a redemption arc. But we have to also be real about what's going on. On that note, I will say this. I have a video on my YouTube channel just because I find it to be the most absurd thing that we have so many people on, let's just say the political right, because the political left has no problem with women doing OnlyFans. That's women's liberation. That's feminism. That's women's empowerment. But on the right, somehow it's some issue, but conservatives, libertarians believe in a free market. They believe in capitalism. Dude, there's nothing more capitalistic than OnlyFans. It is the most capitalistic thing. So I don't understand where the argument comes from moralistic arguments can be made, but against the economics of the situation,
pure economics over the
you're a hypocrite.
Capitalist market, free market. Well, it's interesting you say
supply
that
and demand.
It's supply. Well, it's interesting you say it's kind of like the left's version of like the woke eating the woke. As I was on OAN last week talking about it with like the WNBA and all that stuff, right? And it's like how they eat. I'm going to do a whole thing on it, but it's like, you know, even Caitlyn Jenner was like the trans hero in her big Vanity Fair cover. And then she comes out and says, you know, like the most famous trans person, woman, athlete of all time comes out and is like, this isn't right. Biological men and women's sports, they cannibalize her. She's stomped on. She's a bigot. She's a this and that. Like both sides are guilty of eating their own cause. And it's literally wild. I will say that when it comes to this, and this is something I thought of as soon, and I saw the Britney Spears comparison in my head immediately, like the hibachi knives, the whole thing. And I do feel like when it comes to, like hibachi gone wild.
She was
no,
samurai.
It is though. It's like there's something like in the eye. It's like they're not there. But I do feel like with this, the right can get trigger happy about immediately, like, and I know they're doing it now, which this is like demonic and satanic, but it's like, even if it's a Grammys performance, whatever, like labeling everything as like Hollywood is a satanic cult sacrificing people in the woods. And it's like, guys, like maybe we can just chill. No.
Well, it's just funny to me because sometimes the simplest explanation is the explanation. It's like the Charlie Kirk situation. Everybody wanted to go all around the world to try to figure out who was behind it, and it's like they caught the guy. So I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say don't ask any questions, but it's pretty obvious who hated Charlie Kirk the most. It's not really the MO of who they claim, you know, did it to Charlie Kirk. That's not really their MO, and I've studied it. It's not their MO, but it's very easy to get wrapped up in a conspiracy theory because what it does is it works on the Dunning-Kruger effect. It makes people who are actually not that smart feel very, very, very intelligent.
It hurts. And I mean, this is a note for you, Candace Owens. Like, I know you're watching my program here with BlackRant, you know, on this corner of the web, but it's like, yes,
can't get enough of
let's not misconstrue. I'm all for asking the questions, pushing up against the FBI. What don't we know? Hello, Fauci and his, like I said, Lisa Frank diary spectacle, right? Let's not confuse that or have that as cosplay for some Harriet the Spy wannabe of making stuff up out of thin air to make your Dumber Than Rocks viewers feel like Pulitzer winners. No, I mean, like, let's get a life. Like, let's get a life. It's abysmal. It's horrible. I've said, like, I don't know who's dumber because she's not dumb. She knows it. We know it's an act, but her or the people who are on this train.
I honestly think that she's stuck. She's caught. I think she knew she had a limited time on it, but I don't think she realized. She thought she had as much time as she had, and she was like, "Oh man, I thought I only had a couple months on this." And she wrote it for 5, 6, 7 months, and I think she was just like, "Wow!" And I think now she's stuck. But you know, she's got a rich husband. She's in good hands. She's got a lot of backers. This is an eternal fight that we'll never really probably get to the bottom of. Not us peons. But yeah, the conspiracy things. I grew up my whole life being a conspiracy theorist, so I think I'm an expert, right? And so when I see people take little situations that could just be easily explained through, you know, just, hey, man, Hollywood, there's a lot of pressure on people. It's not really that deep. Sometimes people just crack. It doesn't have to be some kind of, you know, secret occult group getting together in the woods and chanting and oohing and eyeing. That's not always how it works. But yeah, at the end of the day, I personally think we are going through a great, like, time in society where people are we're all making choices, right? And we cannot make informed choices without seeing what those choices actually produce. And so sometimes when we see gore or violence or things on the internet that typically, you know, like in the 90s, we'd be like, oh my God, that's horrific. They are there so that the collective can make a choice. We can say, hey, we want to go this way or we want to go that way. And at the end of the day, there's like hundreds of collectives. It's not like one collective. There's little pockets of collectives. There'll be people that you know today that you never see again because they decided to make that left turn on the fork in the road. So
No, it's so true. And until then, it's like the Candace Owens are going to be writing this shit like Usher riding a fan on stage at his concert who is not into it. And like all of her followers are going to be riding her dick. So it's just like this whole circle jerk of like nonsense. Speaking of people riding this train, I filled you in on the influencer Nantucket basket fiasco. I'm just obsessed with this story because the absurdity of it. If you guys don't know, and if you are living like in a mystical land of like Britney Spears's knife drawer, this small business in Nantucket. And if you haven't been like super quaint, kind of touristy, I'm a New England bitch, okay? So I can attest to this. But a small family owned, it's like been passed down to the son, like literally like a woven basket shop, okay? Like even Martha Stewart couldn't make this shit up. And they put out a no influencer sign, which like, again, a slow clap for you guys, because the owner's basically like, can you talk to us? Like, you're all robots. My shop is not your Diane Keaton Hampton store backdrop in your video. Like, it's just obnoxious. And a influencer, Paige Lorenz, who I guess is like one of the OG influencers, decided to take it personally because I guess she's on the island part-time and took it as an attack on her, on women, which influencers making everything about them, like groundbreaking. And about, you know, how it's misogynistic because females are mostly behind influencer culture and it stimulates the economy and blah, 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 blah. I'm team woven basket. And what do you think? Because I like I said, filled you in this morning. And I know you said you kind of have a hot take on this too.
No, I don't have a hot take. I just have a contrarian take. I personally, I'm of the mindset that idiocracy is here and we should just get a bucket of popcorn and enjoy when people step in. Yeah, I mean, listen,
it's fair.
That's fair. Like influencers, like, okay, if I follow like probably 20, and they wouldn't probably call themselves influencers. They probably call themselves content creators, but I probably follow about 22 dozen that are very informed, very educational, very smart. Right. But the thing is, these people have life experience. I think the thing that we get really upset about with these influencers is a lot of them start at 17, 18, 19. They're girls mostly, right? So that's the way the misogynistic thing comes into play. But they have no life experience. And so they get on their phones and they're like, oh my God. And it's like, you don't know anything about the world. You just are appealing to the eye, to the male gaze, to the consumers, to the companies that want to push their products. That's why you have the advantage. Fair enough. Do your thing. Like, you know, use what God gave you. But the life experience factor is where people find the value in content creation. That's what I try to bring to my content is that, hey, these are my experiences. It is what it is. Take it as you will, but...
Okay, number one, yes to the former part of that argument. And last week I went on an entire, not black rant, but white rant about these girls having all of the audacity. I went to an influencer event here in Nashville. These girls fresh out of college, you're right, aspiring to basically be an ambassador for like Alexa, which you don't say anything, bitch. I'm not talking to you right now, but it's sad. It's sad. I'm like,
mind your business.
Mind your business in your corner. You have not been summoned yet. Okay. And it's sad. It's beyond tragic. And I said the same thing as you. It's like, what is the purpose? What is the point? It's like, you're literally a puppet for their marketing scheme, like dead behind the eyes. But secondly, wait, you dropped in there a part that I hadn't thought about, but the male gaze part. And I'm going, wait, is he honest? I'm, by the way, I'm all for the male gaze. Let me just put that on the record. Like, I have gotten shot by female photographers and they have done me dirty. I'm like, male photographers, come get a good ass shot all day. Like, let's go. But you're kind of right. Like, it's true. They're looking hot. They're doing the poses. And then to turn around and be like, you guys are misogynistic for not supporting our brand. It's like, what? What?
Well, it's the same thing like with the OnlyFans and the guys who are like, oh, shame on you. Dude, you're obviously supporting these people. Like, now, granted, there's probably 1 or 2 out of 100 men who say this is bad, it's not good for society, who actually live what they preach. But I guarantee you 98% of those people, they say one thing on the internet, and then at 10 o'clock at night, they're searching that OnlyFans girl. There would not be an economy if all of these men felt the way that they do and then acted that way. You're a hypocrite. Most of these guys are hypocrites. And look at Andrew Tate. Just look at it. This guy led the charge in saying, hey, women are worthless. But all of his worth was built on the backs of women.
Exploiting women.
They're so worthless that you needed them to make money.
That, and it's also, you say it's hypocritical for the guys. What I'm saying is it's also hypocritical for some of these women out here. But it's like, okay, so you have no problem like placating to the male gaze, but then are male Haiti when it comes to like, you guys are blah blah blah, you are sexist about women, economic influencer culture, blah blah. I don't know. It's sort of like, girl, what?
I feel a certain sort of way about that because number one, if you're a younger female, okay, maybe you don't really know much. But number two, I'm a man who believes that I'm a traditional man. The man sets the tone, right? And that doesn't mean the man knows everything and you have to do everything the man says, but it's like the man is meant to calm the female energy and vice versa. The female is meant to calm the masculine energy, but without the man guiding for a certain, you know what I mean? Like, hey, listen, this is not the right way. Maybe we should do this. Maybe we should do that. I've noticed that in my relationships, like frequently. And I know women who are 500 times smarter than me. It's not about intelligence. It's more so about just being attuned to certain things. And so as a man, I feel like I don't blame you're a woman. So you probably blame the women more, but I don't blame the women more. It's like the women have been placed into a position of power economically because the men are giving up their money. And it's like, so for most women, they're going to go, well, I'm right. Like, because women are always right. So, but without this balance,
this is science.
Yeah, without the balance, I don't really blame them for feeling or thinking that kind of way. I mean, I've known models, OnlyFans models, they make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. They drive a Ferrari and they sit there and go, well, what do I need a man for? What do I need this for? And it's, to me, I'm like, you don't just need any man. You need a competent man, not necessarily who has more money than you, but has the maturity and the energy to calm you down and guide you to the right places. Because money is one thing. Having money is one thing. Knowing what to do with it is another thing. And that's why you see this culture. And I got to say, I blame Kim Kardashian. I blame the Kardashians. They introduced whore culture to the world, and now all these young girls want to follow it because they think that's the way that you become wealthy, successful, and well known. But I think it's a balance. That's all I'm trying to say.
It's totally
I hear what you're saying, though. They're annoying.
It's funny. You make a good point. I never thought of it that way. How we're more likely to call out our own, like you with guys, me with women. It's like, what's the deal? Like, get yourself together, or like take a nap. Like, what are you doing? But it's true. And the problem is too, we've bifurcated this whole thing. It's sort of the left and the right with women are two sides of the same coin in many ways, with being like the prude morality police, anti-male, all this stuff. But the men are the same way. When you think of like the incels and when you think of like the uptight conservative men, they've put all these women in one bucket of like, you're useless, you're worthless, no man will want you, blah, if you're available to everyone. I had a stint on OnlyFans. Granted, I couldn't make a buck on there because I basically didn't show more than like an elbow, but that's for another time. But Rob, my fiance, he was like, go for it, I'm not threatened. Like, so I think it's such a fallacy to be like, you're worthless, no man wants you, being available.
I 100% don't believe that you didn't make any money on OnlyFans, but I think you're just saying that. But
$50 a month cap, like, get at me, guys. I was like, wow, I'm really doing something wrong. I like can't even get on OnlyFans. But
This is the thing, right? It's like the conservative, the right, whatever you want to call it, the political right wants to categorize. They want rules. They want structure. The political left wants the opposite. They want no structure. They want no rules. That's why
like
they're kind of getting into this controversy with the WNBA and all these other women's sports where they're like, we are for women. And also men dressing like women. Like,
and then women get punched in the face. But what, you wanted to be a femme? I hate that argument. I have to wrap us, by the way, but I hate nothing more than that argument of people being like, oh, what? Well, the coming from the left, the feminists wanted to go up against men. Can you literally find your two brain cells, put them together to get knocked out in like wrestling? Like, I hate that argument so much. It's literally just idiocy, as you said. But BlackRant, appreciate you. Any last words? Thank you for putting it in the lens, by the way, of just kind of enjoying the circus with our popcorn, because I think because I saw it from Hollywood in its earliest days and now the monster it's become, and I'm just like, guys, we didn't have to do this. We didn't have to do this.
I'll say this, first off, I'll try to be as succinct as possible. BlackRant, I actually started that not because I'm black, but I was trying to say like black as in like black pilled rants, but it didn't. People are just like, oh no, he's black, whatever. But I had a conversation the other day with a gentleman who was basically asking me for the solutions for things happening in the black community, and it just dawned on me. It made me realize, listen, everybody's at a different level of consciousness. There are different levels of maturity, awareness, and progression, and we can't all try, as Einstein said, you can't solve problems on the same level that they were created. And a lot of people are trying to solve the problems at the same level that they were created. And we're reaching a point in society where we either have to move on past the problems, or people are going to get left behind and stay with the problems. And sometimes people like being addicted to their problems. I'm not one of those people. So
I eat 99% of the internet.
Right.
Fascinating.
Right. It's addicting. So.
Well, appreciate you as always. And, guys, as Einstein put it, like BlackRant just said, or, as Jewel put it, who will save your soul? And maybe not us, or not even yourselves, but good luck with that. I appreciate you, my friend. Thanks for coming on.
Yes, you're welcome.
With your shades.
I'll be back. Yeah. I'll be back anytime without my shades.
Yeah. Now I'm a little sus. So like, what's going on there behind? Okay.
I got hit by a guy wearing a dress, so I got a little shiner.
You should see the other guy. All right, guys. I'll see you Friday with Joe Francis, who will have some choice words. Appreciate you guys.
Chris, how was your pee break?
My pee break.
They might flash you on TikTok.
Wear them, baby.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me. Quite an intro.
Let's address the elephant in the room. That's not the elephant in the room. There's no elephant. Nobody cares.
And I too am a thought criminal. Good. Well, I like you already.
Does this look like a girl who's joking around?
No.
But how much do you actually understand money? Especially the new wave.
Beauty or intelligence? When you unleash both, it is men's kryptonite.